Camilla Parker Bowles has been hated and loved by millions around the world. She has faced the wrath of the UK, slowly proved herself, and is now the Queen Consort after Queen Elizabeth died on September 2022 at age 96, putting King Charles on the throne. The recent uproars in the royal family, like Prince Andrew's scandal and Harry and Meghan's shocking departure, are testing the British monarchy, but these scandals far from the family's first dose of controversy. Back in the 1980s, Camilla Parker Bowles rocked the monarchy as Prince Charles' other women before the illicit couple finally wed 3-4 years after they first met. In this video, we'll show scandalous facts about the royal mistress Queen Camilla Parker Bowles. Let's go to the details. Before she married Prince Charles, Camilla was in a long-term relationship with a soldier named Andrew Parker Bowles. Because of his job, Andrew was often away from his girlfriend, and her family was starting to get antsy about when he had get on one knee and to propose. And so Camilla's father and Andrew's brother hatched a brilliant plan. They teamed up and placed an engagement announcement in the local newspaper. After that, Andrew Parker Bowles received the message loud and clear. Parker Bowles is absolutely terrified of flying. Her hectic schedule demands frequent airplane travel, but when she and Prince Charles traveled to Australia, Camilla actually refused to accompany her husband further afield because she was so stressed and afraid of more flies. Parker Bowles doesn't take herself too seriously, even at the most official engagements. According to Parker Bowles, it is the formal situation where things seem to go terribly wrong, and everybody sits there frozen for a split second that she finds hilarious. This might explain why so many photos of Camilla picture the Duchess laughing or smirking. In the early 1990s, Prince Charles' marriage to Diana was already getting rocky. Sad and lonely, Charles looked for comfort in the arms of Camilla, and boy oh boy, her dad wasn't impressed. Papa Bowles Parker demanded to meet with Charles, where he laid down the law. Defying British repression, he accused his daughter's secret boyfriend of ruining Camilla's life. By the end of their exchange, Charles was in tears. A girl's wedding should be the best day of her life, but on Camilla's big day, everything went wrong. On April 9, 2005, she woke up feeling so sick that she was almost immobile. She had come down with a wretched case of sinusitis, and it was only when her sister Annabel threatened to wear Camilla's wedding dress herself that Camilla forced herself to get out of bed and walk down the aisle. Beat it, nicotine gum. After developing a persistent cough and allergy symptoms, Parker Bowles finally kicked her 3-decade-long cigarette habit under the guidance of Dr. Mosharraf Ali, an expert on integrated health and alternative healing. Parker Bowles and Prince Charles are known as Ali's most loyal clients. Tense relationship between mothers-in-law and daughters-in-law are almost guaranteed, but Camilla Parker Bowles and Queen Elizabeth blood talk things to the next level. The Queen once referred to Parker Bowles with a devastating insult. She called her the whacked woman. Talk about an awkward family dinner. Parker Bowles holds so many official titles that ordinary folk may well be confused about what to call her. She is Her Royal Highness, the Duchess of Cornwall and the Duchess of Roxy. But if you ask me, Camilla's most colorful nickname came from her mortal enemy, Prince Diana. She called Parker Bowles the Router Ouch. Diamonds are Duchess' best friend. Parker Bowles' stunning engagement ring from Prince Charles features a one-of-a-kind emerald cut, 5-carat diamond solid hair surrounded by 6 diamond baguettes. The ring was handed down to Charles from his beloved grandmother, the Queen Mother. That ring was a long time coming, so it's probably a good thing that Charles didn't scam. A news outlet casually described Parker Bowles as having a lantern jaw in her tomboy youth, but hey, not being outrageously beautiful came in handy. Other girls weren't threatened by Camilla, and her humor, confidence, and ability to talk to everyone made her a shining favor, especially with the boys. Lantern jawed ladies strut your stuff. No wonder Parker Bowles adored the antics of her great-grandmother. Alice Kebble sounds like Parker Bowles inherited Kebble's shaky sense of humor. Kebble was known to describe her duty as a royal mistress with some choice words. The king's energetic lover once said, "My job is to crush you first and then jump into bed." Prince Charles would often visit Camilla at her royal residence, provided her husband was away. Of course, though, he used some mysterious methods to sneak in and out. Camilla would get her stuff to turn off all the lights as her lover drove in, and Charles would make sure to leave before the sun rose the next morning. This nighttime twist earned Charles an eerie nickname, the Prince of Darkness. When she reached full-time schooling age, Parker Bowles was enrolled in the very prestigious Queen's Gate School in London, South Kensington. The Bush kids quickly nicknamed young Camilla as Miller and describe her as self-assured tomboy with a boisterous sense of humor. Prince Charles and Camilla Parker Bowles carried out one of the most notorious affairs in British history. As such, the creative and nefarious methods they used to sneak around are now the stuff of legend. While both were married to other people, Charles would instruct his valet to disable his palace's alarm system and ruffle the bed in Camilla's official room. This way, she could sneak into Charles' chambers and everyone would think she slept in her own quarters. Sneaky Parker Bowles says that she genuinely likes people and that other people's lives are so much more interesting than one's own. She says her curiosity benefits her royal life because she likes to get information out of people, and the stories that came out she could write a book about. Parker Bowles' great-grandmother was Alice Kibble, who had a sordid connection to Prince Charles' kingly ancestors. Kibble and Edward were secret lovers, and Parker Bowles loved to brag to her classmates at the Queen's Gate School that her family was practically royalty because of the notorious association, evidently being a royal mistress running Camilla's genes. While Queen Elizabeth II prefers purebred corgi dogs, Parker Bowles has extended her love of canines to two Jack Russell Terriers, and in a sweet gesture, both of her dogs are rescues. Her four legit family members are named Faith and Bluebell. She adopted the pups from the Battersea Dogs and Cats home after they were abandoned. During the course of their romantic relationship, much of which was allegedly during Charles' marriage to Diana, the couple regularly referred to each other using pet names they had. Multiple reports indicate that Charles and Camilla spent a lot of time apart. According to USA Today, this is because Charles enjoys being at Highgrove Estate in Gloucestershire, while Camilla prefers being at her own estate. Ray Mail, just like her mother-in-law Camilla, now that a Queen consort loves dogs. According to CBS News, she adopted a Jack Russell Terrier named Pith in 2011. Camilla may not make the best dressed list, choosing comfort over style, but her signature shoes have become staple. According to Holly magazine, she has been seen wearing the shoes and similar designs since at least 2005. According to numerous media reports, Camilla is known for having a good laugh in front of the cameras. Penny Jenner, author of The Duchess, Camilla Parker Bowles, and the Love Affairs That Rocked the Crown, described Camilla as very friendly and funny. Vanity Fair has quoted Jenner, who has written several books on the royals, as saying Camilla is a terrible giggler, often reducing Charles to a fit of giggles too.